What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Here we are with another reaction video, and in this one we have Jews were never persecuted in India. Hindus protected us. Oh wow. Excited to jump into this video because that title definitely intrigues me. However, before we do that, if you would like to support the channel by becoming a member, all you gotta do is tap that join button and you'll receive exclusive benefits that I know you guys will enjoy. But without further ado, let's hear this.
Thank you for those very, very kind words of welcome. It is much appreciated. And you spoke about a special bond between the people of Israel and the people of India. And there is such a bond. And before coming here today, I checked my history. And in the Hebrew Bible, specifically, in the book of Kings, Kings 1, chapter 10, verse 22, at the time of King Solomon, who's one of the ancient kings of Israel in antiquity, in biblical times, there is already a reference to the relationship between the people of Israel and the peoples of India, and the cultural relationship, the economic relationship, the trade. So the friendship and the cooperation between our two countries is not something new. It's something that dates back more than centuries, more than a millennia. It's important to know.
That's wild.
I also want to say something that needs to be said.
Yes.
The Jewish people, when we lost our independence in our homeland, we were scattered across the planet. Jews lived in Poland and in Holland and in Iraq and in Morocco and across the planet. In many places, Jewish people suffered. In many places, Jews faced discrimination. In many places, Jewish people faced institutionalized discrimination. You've all heard the stories of the pogroms and the Nazi Holocaust and so forth.
Yes.
As far as I know, and I've studied this, in India, the Jewish community was never persecuted.
I think that's incredible. That's incredible from the aspect of, the relationship went back centuries to the point where it's actually referenced in the Bible that they had this relationship that, and then the Jewish people, after losing their home, you spread out to so many different places around the world, and where you're having to face persecution, where you're having to face discrimination, institutionalized discrimination in so many different places, yet India was one place that the Jewish could come to, and India never discriminated, India never persecuted. India welcomed the Jews in with open arms. Like I said, it sounded like they already had that relationship centuries before. Hindus, and although they probably Jews, I think Jews believed in, Christianity, of course, different religions, it didn't matter, It was a great relationship between the two, and I feel like that's what India is. I feel like India is a place that's so accepting of so many different races, of so many different religions, of so much, all different kinds of people. They're a place that teaches respect, not just for humans, but to all living things. That teaches that respect and have that love in their heart, and so when I get to react to these videos about India, I'm not surprised Jews were never persecuted in India, because I've seen so many videos and where Jews were so loving, and where Indians were so loving and Indians were so accepting, and the respect that they have, like I said, not just for people but for animals, for all living things. It's like I think the Indian people are an absolutely incredible people, and I think they're some of the most moral people and some of the most welcoming. But we'll go ahead and let him finish his speech and hear what else he has to say.
That Indian civilization, unlike others, unlike Christian civilization in Europe, unlike some of the peoples in the Middle East, in India there was never a phenomena known as anti-Semitism.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful.
There is something about India which is special. Jews lived in India as a small minority for centuries, never persecuted. Never persecuted.
Wow.
This is something you can be proud of. This is something that I am thankful for.
Please
This
remember to
is something
subscribe.
that you can be proud of, something that I am thankful for. Yes, so it sounds like India is one of the only places in the world, a country where Jews have lived for centuries and never been persecuted, never had any anti-Semitism, right? Where I feel like in the U.S., I know it wasn't Jewish, but you had the Pilgrims that came in and destroyed the Native Americans. You had the Holocaust, and you just really don't hear about anything like that in India, except for the British colonization of India and everything. But I mean, as if in a fact where India has like just completely discriminated against the people, and completely thought they were like lesser than, and so I think like once again I think that is beautiful. I watch videos about India so much, and while there I kind of it feels like there is some tension between the like Muslim and Hindu community from the videos that I watch. It seems like for the most part they get along. For the most part, other than any activities where like terrorist activities or terrorism activities, I feel like in certain places, and I think like the two don't. Kashmir is where Hindus and or Indians in Pakistan like really bump heads, or Hindus and Muslims really bump heads with that situation. But like I said, I'd love to just come to visit India. I watch these videos about these travel vloggers all getting to visit India, and it seems like the Indian people are always nice, they're always respectful, and I just think it's a beautiful thing how welcoming they are. One day, I hope that I get to come visit the country. I hope I get to buy some street food. I hope I get to taste the vegetarian food and see if I really won't ever think about meat again. But now I'm getting completely off topic of the video. But shout out to India. Never persecuted Jews. Never discriminated against them. Lived in harmony. Lived in peace. Without any of the stuff that Jews had to face in the rest of the world. That's all we have for this video. If you guys enjoyed that, please don't forget to subscribe, give the video a thumbs up, and check out the next one. It's your boy Neal out.